Good morning. Welcome to Brunch with Brian. So it's actually ugly Christmas sweater day today. I didn't have a good ugly Christmas sweater. This is kind of a big sweater, so I decided to wear it. So good morning. And balance is a big thing in life, and December sort of makes you think more about your balance in life because we're looking at the new year, we're planning our goals and everything for next year. Plus, you're taking more time off, more family time usually in December with all the holidays. So there's always this balance in life. How much time should you devote to your career and work and making money versus how much time enjoying your money and enjoying your family and enjoying your time in life. So that's always kind of a balancing act. I will confess that sometimes I get kind of focused on work, but it comes and goes. It's not always like that, and that's probably the case for you. So sometimes maybe it's a little more intense with your job or your work or your real estate investing, and then sometimes it's a little less, and you can have a little bit more free time. So hopefully this December finds you in a spot where you can spend some quality time with your family. I always think about the Christmas Carol, and this isn't the last time I'm going to be talking about that. But A Christmas Carol is a great movie, and I love the way it shows you, hey, look at your life right now, look at the past, look at the future, look where you're at right now, and you better make some changes if you want your future to be different than your past. Okay, and so we all have things that we don't want to have in our life. We have challenges, and we have situations that maybe aren't fostering us and making the best people we can be. So we're going to let's start looking at our New Year's resolutions for next year and look at that balancing act and look at how much time you spend. And of course, this comes back to what we've been talking about all week, which is time management, and what we talked about on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, remember, we talked about time management and the time of your life and making the most of your time. So I love talking about time management. It's one of my favorite subjects because it's so crucial to your success. How you schedule and go about your day, how effective you are in getting your action steps done. That's really a big thing. Now, I mean, it's a simple process. You have your goals. Hopefully you've set your goals, and this is a good time to start thinking about your goals for next year. So what are your, investing goals? What are your life goals? And don't just have it just be, job goals, investing goals. It should be personal goals too, things you want to do personally. Obviously, most people look at their, physical condition and say, I'd like to lose some weight or something like that. And I don't need to lose weight, but I would like to actually stretch more. I don't stretch enough. And I like to stretch every day, and I don't. And so that's one of my goals, is to just, and even if it's for literally 30 seconds, in 30 seconds, you can actually get a pretty good stretch. Not a fantastic stretch, but you can stretch it out a little bit. That's why sometimes I think I should do stretching on Brunch with Brian, because it'd be good for all of us. But I'm not going to start incorporating that. The deep breaths are good, and we're going to stick with that for now. So start thinking about your balancing for next year. Start thinking about your goals. And remember, all your goals and all your plans boil down to your schedule. How are your action steps getting from your action steps that are going to lead to your goals? That's what your plan is. And how is that plan going to be translated down into your schedule? And so that's where somehow those action steps, remember, first you set the goal, then you make a plan, and the plan is just, what is it? A bunch of action steps put in order. So that's why I like to do my plans usually on the computer, because it's easy to move things around and get them in order. But it's a good thing to just brainstorm. Like a good practice today would be just brainstorm, sit down and brainstorm all the action steps to advance your real estate investing. Okay, so what are all the different action steps you can do? And one of them is adopting weekly KPIs, weekly key performance indicators. And we talk about making 20 calls a week, whether opening calls, closing calls, referral calls. Just get on the phone 20 times a week, and you're absolutely going to make progress and get deals doing it that way. So let's look at our balance for next year and for this holiday season. And I hope you're spending a lot of quality time with your family. I was just over yesterday visiting our brand new grandbaby, and that is our granddaughter. It's our first grandbaby, so we're real excited, and it's going to be a fun year watching her grow up. and it's our first grandchild. So we're very excited and blessed, and she's healthy and strong. Her name is Zelfa Lily Wolf. Zelfa Lily Wolf. So we're very proud and excited about that. So guys, let's look at your balance this week. Let's do an affirmation. I balance my time. No, I live my life with balance. I live my life with balance. So if you feel a little bit out of balance, like maybe it's a little bit too much one way or another, let's try to balance it out and have the joy and the nice free time and the fun time, but also be effective during your times that are scheduled for doing your real estate investing. Remember, that just takes 4 hours. I'd like you to do at least 5 hours a week, but if you do 5 hours a week on your real estate investing, you will make progress. Maybe pretty significant progress. Now, if you have more time to put in, that's great. But again, I want you to have that balance. And some of you guys have young kids. If you have little kids, that's quite time consuming. So you're not going to have as much free time maybe as me now with our kids. You know, we're empty nesters now, so not as much time devoted on the kids. All right, so balance. I live my life in balance. That's our affirmation for today. Let's do that one. 1 on 3, 3 times on 3. I live my life in balance. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I live my life in balance. I live my life in balance. I live my life in balance. Yes, it's a good thing to think. It's a good thing to be aware of and to not go too much any different way. So that's great. So guys, it's been a great day today. We're gonna have a great weekend. Hey, morning, Kenneth. I like to call you KJ. Is that okay? I hope it's okay. KJ, happy Friday, Caleb. Always great to see Caleb here. And hey, Noel, great to see you. Hello from California. I love having people pop in who we don't always see every day. So guys, make this a part of your habit. You know, we talk about a big part of your schedule, and we've been talking about time management all week, is habits. So I want you to have certain ingrained habits. You should have 2 calling times per week that are sort of like ingrained, like every Tuesday at 7, I'm making calls 7 to 8 on every Tuesday night. That's where dad is, or that's where mom is, or, you know, that's where I am, is from 7 to 8. Everybody knows in the whole family. That's what a good habit it should be. And 2 times like that, 2 hours a week, you know, just 2 different slots, one time, you know, maybe one time on Saturday, but just 2 hours that are set up for your regular calling, and you make them a habit. And then you just know you're going to do that during that time, and you just not all the questioning. That's the hardest part sometimes about taking action. Should I do it? Well, I'm kind of tired tonight. Well, I don't have to do it. I just put it off till tomorrow. See, and that's the excruciating, that's the stressful part. If you just know you're going to do it and it's just part of your schedule and a habit every week, it makes it a lot easier. So try to set certain things up as habits. And one of your big habits should be brunch with Brian. That's every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at this same time. And so I'd love to see you here commenting, and I love seeing you guys making comments. So that's wonderful. So I'd love to see you here and have this be part of your day, energize your day. We've always got tips about your real estate, but also a lot of good motivational stuff as well. So now we did our affirmations. Usually we do deep breathing right afterwards. So let's do our deep breathing. 3 deep breaths. Nice deep breath in. And we always put a big smile on our face. Let it go. Now you're doing this with me. Okay, deep breath in with a smile and exhale. When you let it go, relax your shoulders and your neck where so much of us hold tension. Another deep breath in. Good job. And let it go. All right. Awesome. Well, let's have a great weekend. If you haven't, I hope you know how many calls you made so far this week, but obviously you can make 20, even if you've made 0 so far this week. You got Friday, you got Saturday, you got Sunday, and you can easily make 10 calls a day on Friday and Saturday, or even if you had to make 20 calls all in one day, it's a little bit more, a little more taxing. I'd rather have you split it up into 2 sessions. So think about that. Try to really stick to that. Just write somewhere on some wall somewhere, 20 calls a week. If you can just do that one KPI, you're going to be making progress and getting deals this next year. So, all right, until I see you on Monday, have a great weekend. Keep expecting success, getting awesome training, and taking action. So we'll see you on Monday.